All right. My name is Lanier. With our group called Lanier and Sons. We call ourselves Lanier and Sons, and we're uh, we're a group of friends that we decided to make a channel on YouTube. And, do a whole bunch of funny stuff and put on a bunch of goofy videos. And we play Final Fantasy 14 together. If anybody plays Final Fantasy 14, so if you want to come and play with us, then that'd be cool. Um, today, today I wanted to bring you guys a video. I want to make you guys a video and tell you guys my story about World of Warcraft and basically how I ended up getting a divorce. Not because of World of Warcraft, but via World of Warcraft, if I have to say such a thing. There's a lot of people that have been asking me personally about the story, so I thought it would be a good. I thought it would be a good platform in order to, basically get that story to a whole bunch of people at once instead of, retelling it over and over again. So, it's a long story. This is a very long story. I'm going to go from beginning to end. And I'm going to tell you everything, basically. I'm right now kind of slow. I'm going to get into it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have timestamps. Basically, on the video down below, you will see timestamps from, different time periods and such like that. So if you don't want to listen to everything, you just want to hear about the World of Warcraft part, if you want to hear about what I consider the climax, if you want to, go ahead and, see what happened afterward, then you can go ahead and hit the timestamps down below and, get your fix that way. So let me tell you about how all this took place. All right. So I'm living in Pensacola, Florida. All right. I'm going to Pensacola High School. In Pensacola High School, I met a girl. I'm not gonna say girl's name. It ain't gonna be like that. But I, I met said girl. We got together. We were together for a little bit. Granted, this is high school, okay. She ended up going, and her grandmother, didn't like that, we were interracial, whatever the case may be, and took her out of state and sent her to live back with her mom because she was out of control. But for whatever reason, I decided to stick by her, and I decided that I was going to go and try and visit her whenever we could. We kept this long distance relationship, blah, blah, blah. It's high school. All right. So, maybe a couple years go by. All right. I don't know. I guess I just threw high school just completely away. All right. So, a couple of years go by, and she's with her mom permanently now. She's not with her grandmother anymore. Grandmother's evil person, whatever. She's gone. So she's staying with her mom. All right. Her mom barely got her stuff together at this time, but her mom's trying to get her life back on track. Everything, which is good. Her mom decides to move to Georgia. Okay, so they were living in South Carolina. They decided to move to Georgia, which is way closer to Pensacola if you're from this region. So we're closer now, and I'm able to see her a little bit more often. Everything seems like it's going, pretty good or whatever. So towards the end of high school, just randomly, it was Valentine's Day too. Valentine's Day, excuse me. It was Valentine's Day, and I remember talking to one of her friends, and one of her friends said, "Yeah, the reason that you hadn't been, hearing from said girl, for its time was because, old girl was off with another dude. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. Go do whatever you want to do, and whatever. It hurt me because I put a lot of time to this relationship, right? That was my first strike. That was the first strike. That was my first warning. All right, because when she cheated or whatever and did what she did in Georgia, I should have known then that this wasn't going to be a good situation, right? But no, um, we split off. We're in high school, granted. We're in high school, so all kinds of just stupid decisions and stupid messes going on. So we split up, and I go and do my own thing. I meet a girl or whatever. I go to high school, after everything, I go to high school prom with this girl or whatever. She's in Georgia doing her own thing or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. It's over, right? Nothing to worry about. Well, I go on prom with this girl. We head down to Orlando. Orlando has this thing that they have every year called grad night, where they get like, I don't know if it's every high school, but they get all the high schools together, and they they put them in Hollywood studios, and it's bizarre. If you live in Florida and you ever been, you know what I'm talking about. It's a good time. It's a good time. So I'm sitting in, and I can't remember the hotel. I want to say it was the Rock and Roll Cafe or something like that. It's like a old 70s theme type hotel or resort that they had uh, over in Disney. So I'm sitting there, I'm walking around, and I'll never forget it. Okay, I pick up my phone, and it's my ex at the time. So I don't know why, but out of care, I pick up the phone, and she's like, oh, I need you. I'm so sad. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what? There's no need to be sad. You chose your direction. I chose mine, and that was that, right? So she's all sad. She's all apologetic. She's like, "Oh, I shouldn't have did you this way. I shouldn't have. I should have been better. The way that I was doing you at that time, I shouldn't have. I should. I made a mistake. I made a mistake, Lanier. Please, please, give me another chance." I'm like, no, no, because to be quite honest with you, the girl that I was with was way better than my ex here at the time. The girl that I was currently with was way better. Problem was she's a hair younger than me, and it kind of reflected like it. She was just too young. She's too young. So things ended up. I don't know what happened, to be quite honest, but let her go. The new girl that I went to prom with. So I'm by myself. Graduation is approaching. Okay, and I go, I graduate. Granted, the other girl, that my ex, is still in Georgia doing whatever. Now she's sad. Now she wants me back. Blah blah blah. She got with a douchebag. She made a mistake. I'm in high school. I'm gonna keep repeating which ages that I'm in because I think it's important for people to understand that I was very, very dumb, very young, and very dumb at the same time. So I graduated from high school, all right, and I remember working a job out of high school, like DCT or something like that. I remember working out of that job, and I don't know how it happened. I can't remember how it happened because, granted, this happened about 8 years ago. All right, so for whatever reason, I don't know how it happened, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give my ex from Georgia, who I spent all these years with, I'm gonna give her another chance because I'm in high school. Because I'm in high school. All right, I'm gonna give her another chance because I think that's what she deserves. All right, or I think what I deserve. I should give her another chance. So I get my own place. Granted, at this time and beforehand, I skipped this. I had basically sworn in to join the United States Air Force. All right, I sworn in to be, in the excuse me, in the United States Air Force, and I'm in the delayed enlistment program, waiting for my ship date and everything to come out. So I'm like, oh, I'm 18, I'm grown, I'm gonna go and move out of my grandma's house. I'm done. Hey, grandma, I'm moving out. All right, I'm gonna go get my own place. And not only that, I'm gonna go and get the girl who I hadn't had a good relationship with. I'm gonna have her move in with me. All right. So me and the girl move into an apartment. We're gonna try. We're gonna give this another chance. That's what we're gonna do. And say, okay, we can give it another chance. Should be just fine. So I'm staying in the apartment with her. And basically all that consisted of was us playing video games and eating hamburger helper. And that was it. She brought this dog that she found on Craigslist or whatever. I don't like dogs. I'm not a dog person. You can hate me if you want. I don't like dogs. I don't like animals. All right? Whatever. So she brings this dog in or whatever, and the dog's name was Poober or whatever. It was like a Jack Russell Terrier. I mean, the dog would like hit the wall. All right? And dog, and the dog, it was an awful dog. I don't like dogs or whatever. She didn't even like the dog. I know I didn't. So, okay. So we're sitting in the apartment, playing games or whatever. Everything's cool. Everything's straight, right? So, at a certain point while I was with her in the apartment, and I learned what my ship date was going to be. Excuse me. I learned my ship date was going to be. It was going to be that December. We had moved in that August. Gave us about 3 months. Gave me 3 months to figure out whether I was going to continue doing this with this person. All right. So my ship date comes. It's approaching there. I quit my job, about a month before, working at the local news station, and I decided that I truly didn't want to be with this person anymore. All right? This is my second warning. All right? This is the second time that I said I wasn't going to be with this person. Okay? And at this time, I meant it. I wasn't going to be with her no more. I was good. Being in an apartment and living with her, I realized then that I was good to go. I realized it. All right? So my ship date comes up about 2 or 3 weeks before because I wanted to give her a good time. I wanted to give her a good warning. I went up to her and I said, hey, this ain't going to work. I don't want to go into basic with a bunch of distractions. I need to go in basic. And the only thing I need to worry about when I go to basic is myself. And I'm sure a lot of other people that have gone into basic felt the same way. Hey, I need to focus on myself, because if I go in there and I'm worrying about somebody else, it's just going to make the experience way harder than it already was going to be. I tell her that. She cries. So she's crying. Whatever. I go to Michigan. So she goes to Michigan. She gets her family, whatever. The family from Michigan came down to Florida to pick her up. She gets in the car to go to Michigan. I turn in the keys for the apartment. It's over. Go to my grandma's, spend the last couple of weeks with my grandma where I grew up. Grandma raised me, and I ship out to basic. And while I'm at basic, I realized that I had made a really good decision. Okay, I realized that I had made a very, very, very good decision because, like, I remember one of my good buddies in basic. He had a crazy name. I don't want to say his name here on the video, but I remember we all, we all woke up one day and he was crying, and we all woke up one day and he was crying. And we asked him, like, "Hey man, why are you crying? What's the problem?" He was like, "Man, I just got a notification." He was like, my girlfriend had cheated on me with my best friend." I was like, "Dang man, that sucks." And my sister. I said, "What?" He said my best friend and my sister. I said, "Both of them?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "When?" He's like, "At the same time." I said, "Dang, dude." So we roasted him. So we smoked him too. I mean, what are the odds of that kind of Jerry Springer junk going on or whatever? You know what I'm saying? So we we clowned him, but and honestly, it was kind of part of making him feel better and realizing that he didn't need that kind of mess going on. And that wasn't the only situation that happened, but that's the only one that I'll touch on right now. Here's where the story really picks up. So we're getting towards the end of basic. And anybody who knows the process or whatever, once you go to graduation, you all march in to this drill pad or whatever, and all of your family is there. So when they see you, they're like, "Ah!" And so I hear my family as I'm marching in. I can't go and look at them and stuff like, "Where's my family?" I go and I hear them, and they're like, "Lanier, Lanier!" I'm like, "Yeah." So I was like, "My family's here." So so I go and we're in formation. They hand us our coin, we shake. We're in the Air Force. We're in the Air Force. So you're supposed to stay in there and wait for your family to come and get you. I'm like, "Yeah, man, my family's about to come. This is amazing. I can't believe this is going on. This is awesome. I ain't seen my family in 2 months, you know? So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for my family. And I'm waiting for my family. And I'm waiting for my family. And next thing I see is the girl that I broke up with. I see the girl that I broke up with. I see the girl that got in the car and went to Michigan that I broke up with and said we were good, that we were chill. It was done. I see the girl standing in front of me. And like I had to rub my eyes. I'm like, is this real? So she's standing in front of me and she's wearing, and I kid you not, she's wearing an "I Love My Air Force Boyfriend" t-shirt. And I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, there was no way for me to process the situation. She comes up to me and she gives me a hug and she's like, "I miss you so much. I miss you so much." And I'm like, "Mercy, we ain't together. We're not together anymore. We're not together. We're not together. I left you." and you went to Michigan to go do your own thing or whatever. And I went to basic. That's what I did. So my family shows up. They knew the situation before we even left. My family shows up. They look at her. They look at me like, what the hell going on? They're like, so I look at them. I'm like, well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, whatever. So, we invite my ex, who's apparently my girlfriend now again, who isn't actually my girlfriend at all. And my family, they're being super nice to her. They say, hey, come with us. We're all gonna go eat dinner and do this. That's what we're gonna do. So my ex and my family, we go get something to eat. Okay, we go get something to eat, and then we stop by her hotel. That's outside of base. Okay, so we go to the hotel, and she goes, hey, come here, or whatever. I need to talk to you inside the hotel. My family's waiting outside in the car, okay? I'm like, whatever, I'll come up there. I go up there, and I remember her, like, kissing me or whatever else, whatever else. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, we gotta talk. At some point, we gotta talk, but okay, whatever. But next thing I know, she stops. She reaches around. She goes in her purse. She opens up the check. She gives me a check. I look at the check. That check said $2,000. I said, what? I was like, what is this? She's like, that's yours. That's yours. You can have it. I said, what you talking about? She said, it's yours. That's your money. That's for you graduating basic and being in Air Force. I was like, thank you. Like, absolutely. I will take this. Thank you. 2,000? Sure enough, I went to go deposit it, and that sucker cleared. Now I got even more questions. All right. So some stuff happens, and I go and I talk to her again, and turns out her father who had passed away because of a defect with Jeep, with Jeep Wrangler or something like that. It was some kind of defect. They had a settlement with I think his parents. They had a settlement, and Marissa got inheritance from that settlement once she came of age. I said her name again, so now I gotta go back and edit that. So she ended up getting inheritance, basically, from the accident, and she got 100. Okay, she got $110,000, and she gave me 2,000 of that right off the bat, without us even claiming whether we were going to be together or not. All right, so I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right. So, all right. I mean, I guess. So maybe a week or two later. All right, a week or two later, she says, hey, come visit me or whatever. I find my way off the base, go visit her at the hotel. She's still at the hotel, by the way. I'm in tech school by this point. I'm in tech school. So I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, are you just like staying here now? Whatever. Whatever. So I guess she's staying here now. She throws me some keys. I said, what are these keys for? She said, that truck out there, the red one, that's yours. I said, what are you? I'm like, what? She said, that truck out there, the red one, the Dodge Dakota, that belongs to you. And I was like, Okay. This girl went to a car lot and bought me I forgot what the year was. Went and got me a Dodge Dakota truck. Cash. 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 All right. Off this lot. Cash. No payments. No nothing. Nothing to sign. Boom. Here's the keys. And I'm at this point, it just my mind like unraveled because where I had came from before the military, dude, I didn't have no money. I grew up really poor. One Christmas I only got a football. Most kids don't get nothing, whatever. One day, when I got a football, I remember my aunt having to bring like food in like garbage bags from her house to our house to make sure that we had something to eat. All right. Unheard of. What was happening right now? It wasn't processing correctly, you know? And I'm just like, I couldn't handle it. I went out there to test the truck. Sure enough, it was paid for. She this woman bought me a Dodge Dakota. Okay, she bought me a vehicle. Cash. Until this day, I never owned or truly owned another vehicle from that point on. Probably never will. Don't just whatever, you know. So she bought me this brand new truck. She said, "This is yours." She goes, "Yeah, I went and got me a car as well." She went and got like a newer model at the time, Pontiac G6 or whatever. Cash. Cash. So at this point, I'm the only person in tech school who has their own set of wheels. So when I tell you we were acting a fool, okay? We were acting a fool. We were getting dudes. I was getting dudes back in the truck. We were going to the strip club. We were going to club. We were going everywhere. We were going. It was a good time. Let's just say it was a really good time. So, tech school's going on, and we're butting heads. And it was kind of at it was kind of a situation where I felt like she was maybe trying to like buy my affection because like I had a 360, I had a PS3, and whatever games I wanted, I had them. She just cut me money, just cutting me money. Do whatever you want, do this, do that, get whatever game you need. It was mind blowing what happened the 3 months that I was at Lackland for tech school. I mean, it was chaos. It really was. It was crazy, and because like I had all this money, I had I was the only person with a car at the time, so we're all just acting the fool. We're going off a base when we weren't supposed to. We were like zooming back for count on Sundays. It was incredible, you know, based on her being there. Oh, another thing. Anybody who knows where Lackland Air Force Base is, when you get on Lackland Air Force Base and you're on military, I believe the street was called Military Drive. There was a La Quinta Inn that she was staying at. Okay, she stayed in that La Quinta Inn for 3 months. All right, as long as I was there, she was there. Okay, she stayed in there for 3 months, and like there came a time where like me and her were butting heads that I wasn't even visiting, and even after all the gifts, even in the car, everything. We were butting heads, so I wouldn't even see her. So when I did pop in, like the conditions of this hotel, they had stopped coming by to clean it, and she wasn't the most handiest person. Let's just say that. So this like this hotel room just kind of like the condition of it just got worse and worse. It was nuts. So they ended up, time she left, that La Quinta ended up giving her an $8,000 damage bill based on what was going on in that hotel room, because this fool decided to go and like get pets and animals for the hotel room and all kinds of stuff. I mean, it was a mess. Like, we were butting heads. We were butting heads so much, man. There's that's another video. We'll talk about the whole Craigslist thing after. That's another video. So, in the tech school comes, and we're hanging on by a thread. Okay, I had done some stuff while I was in tech school that I'm really shocked that she was still with me at the time. Like, it really blew me away that she was still sticking around, because I kind of went out of my way to show her that, yeah, you can buy me all this stuff, I'm still not going to deal with you. We're finished. But she was very persistent. So towards the end of tech school, I told myself, you know what? I need to stop treating her like a douchebag or whatever. I need to let's be a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Let's try and be a good guy, and you know, let's slow down a little bit. You know. So, I was like, you know what? I'm about to go to my first duty station. Let's clean this up. Let's start over. Let's clean it up. That's number 3. That's number 3. 3 strikes, I should be out, right? 3 strikes. Okay. By the way, during that tech school time, me and her tried to get married just for BH. We tried to get married. We kind of got married like in downtown San Antonio. I remember it. We had a minister there, whatever, but for whatever reason, while I was at tech school, she was supposed to handle the paperwork. She never did. That's it. It just drifted through the cracks. So it's almost kind of like my 4th time. It's my 4th time that I should have learned my lesson, but I didn't. So that was my 4th time. So I get my orders. I'm going to Offutt Air Force Base in Nebraska. I'm so, you know, I told her, I was like, hey, I want to be a good guy, but at the same time, I was so done. I was like, here's the plan. And based on what may happen later on in this video, some people may say that I deserved it. Maybe I did. It's whatever. So I told her, I'm gonna go home. I'm going back home to Pensacola. You go to Nebraska. You go to Nebraska, I'll meet you in Nebraska. All right? You get your stuff together here. I'm gonna go up there. I'll meet you. By the way, I'll take the G6. I'm gonna take the G6 and go to Pensacola. And you take the truck you got from me, and you go to Nebraska. I was awful. I was pretty awful. Like, during that tech school phase, I was pretty much like, the first 2 times I was really good. The tech school, I was just done. I was a douchebag, man. I was doing whatever I wanted. Whatever I wanted. All right. So, go to Pensacola. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun there, and then went up to Nebraska to meet her. I'm going through FTAC, which is First Term Airman Center or whatever. And she is staying in another hotel up there. All right. So they tell me, they say, DeMarcus, you're going into the dorms. I said, no, I ain't. I said, no, I ain't. I guarantee you I ain't going to no dorms. I ain't going to no dorms at all, fam. So me and the girl, this is how stupid. This is how stupid it was, man. Me and the girl made a business decision that we're going to, for real, get married this time. All right. So we go over to Sarpy County Courthouse or whatever to go get married. And they literally told, I was 19 at the time. They told her at 18 she was too young to get married. To get married in that county. I don't know what the rules were for the rest of the state, but she can't get married in that county. We couldn't get married. So decided, because we ain't staying in no dorms and she ain't gonna stay in no hotel room, because we're together, she's gonna go, we're gonna go to the next state over. We're gonna go to Iowa. We're gonna go to Pottawatomie County, Council Bluffs. So we're gonna go to Council Bluffs. We're gonna get married. We got two of the people that I went through tech school with went with us to be the witness, and that's what happened. We got married in Pottawatomie County, Council Bluffs, Iowa. So it's official, right? Four times. All right. We get our base housing. So never even touched the dorms my whole career. Never touched the dorms unless it was to go and visit somebody else. Whatever. She didn't have to go in the hotel room. We're staying in base housing, which was off of base, and whatever. So it is August. It's like July, August time frame. I start my job, working in an office, and she never graduated high school. When she went to tech school, she just dropped out of school. Like when she followed me to tech school, she just dropped out of school. So I was, at a certain point, I went to her and I said, you need to do something. You ain't gonna be with me and be some dropout, man. You're gonna at least get your high school. You're gonna at least get your high school diploma. You ain't gonna just sit here with me and not do anything else. You're gonna do something, right? So she's like, I guess I should. So I'll never forget this. I actually had to take her to the Bellevue school system and sign her up. Go sign her up for school. Okay, because of the year age bracket. It was a mess. She never did end up going. So to this day, I don't know if she even got her GED. I sure hope she did. Or GED, or maybe some college there or something. I really hope so. But so we're staying in the house. I'm doing my thing. All right, I'm going to work. I'm trying to work. The hours are terrible. The game just, it didn't end in tech, so the game didn't end in basic. The game, it very much was still going on. On the first duty station, I was security forces. If any person watching right now is security forces, they know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm security forces, and it's awful. We're working like 12, 13, 14-hour days if you include, PT included with it, and we were on this like 3-on, 3-off schedule. It was like the 3 days off was cool, but they like to pull you in from work, whatever else. It sucked. It really did. It sucked. It sucked a lot of D word. It really did. So, she's still at the house. I guess she kind of just proclaimed herself to be like this house maiden or whatever. So, at this time, Wrath of the Lich King was hot. Okay? And I was playing World of Warcraft at the time. Okay? So she goes and she's like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah. How come you play that game all the time and you're already playing the game?" I was like, "How come you don't play it? How about you give it a chance? Don't get mad at me that you ain't playing the game. That's awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good game. How about you play it as well?" She's like, "Well, I guess I should. Maybe I will." I was like, "Okay then, give it a try." So she gets on it. She like games. She like video games. So she gets on the game and she enjoyed it. She liked the game. It was cool. So she's playing the game and she starts liking it. She starts liking it. She starts liking World of Warcraft. She's having a really good time with it. And she I was playing Horde at the time, and she's like, "I don't really want to play Alliance though." So went and play with those kids, so she goes and plays Alliance. And I'm playing Horde. We decided, we weren't going to be in the same guild or whatever. She, do your thing, I do my thing. So during my stay with her, we were like, "Hey, we're married, might as well, try and play the part or whatever." Things just kind of things started to deteriorate, and for the first time ever, it like started to deteriorate. Not in my mind, so say. I said, I'm gonna give whatever. I've already been a douchebag to you, and I've already given you a chance. Might as well try and be serious this time, since we're freaking spouses. Things on her end started going down. Like, she just, at one point, she just stopped coming to bed. Ever. I go to bed for work or whatever. Never came to bed. Always on the game. Doing just on the game all the time. She had this really sick Asus laptop that she, bought with some of the money and stuff. And I was just like, okay, whatever, you do your thing. Cool. Well, I remember this one story, and I'll never forget it for as long as I live. I had gotten tired of it. I hadn't gotten fed up with it because her addiction level to this game, it was something I hadn't seen before. Like, I was able to get on World of Warcraft and enjoy it and raid too, but I knew how to handle it responsibly from a time sense. Granted, she didn't have no responsibilities at the time, so I'm just kind of like, oh well, I guess if you ain't doing anything, I mean, I guess, but whatever. I mean, if it's your hobby, it's your hobby. So I got tired of it. So I came up with this super bright idea, and if she ever sees this, she may try and plan to kill me. I came up with this bright idea that I was going to change the authentication password on the router. She had a laptop. I was hardwired into the router, so it was whatever to me. Okay, so I went to the gateway and I changed the password. Okay, I changed the password to the network, to the home network. As soon as I changed it, she was in the living room at the time. I start hearing, "Rah, rah, rah, rah." I'm like, what? She's like, "What's going on?" And then I hear, that's her feet. I was like, oh no, oh my god. She turns around and she opens the door. I'm like, like what's going like, what's going on? What's the problem? What's wrong? She's like, "The computer isn't working. What's going on with the internet?" I was like, "I don't know what's going on with the internet." She's like, "There's something going on with the internet." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Look, I'll check into it. I was like, I'll check into it. I'll figure out what's going on. Don't worry about it. So I go and I start. I start going and looking to try and figure out what's going on. So I go and I say, hey, it's not working. You're going to have to figure something out. It's not. The router is not working. You gotta fix it. We were gonna have to get another router. I don't know what's going on. You know, like I was lying because I was just like fed up. Like, hey, let's spend some freaking time together. Some kind of time. Don't have to be a lot. I ain't gotta be stuck up your butt. But what's going on? She goes, you know what the F's going on. You know what the F's going on. And she she slams the door. She slams the door so hard. Okay? Like, I was like, oh my god, we don't own this house. We don't own it. We don't own it. The government does. The government owns this house, this base house. Why are you doing this? And it was at that point that I realized, like, it really hit me. It really sunk in that this girl's got a problem. Like, she's got a serious addiction problem. And you know, it was one of those things, like, she wasn't a hardcore raider or nothing like that. Like, it wasn't, I was raiding more than she was. But I don't know. I mean, Rifle Lich King, it was a dope expansion, yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ, you know. Hell, I don't even know. I think Cataclysm may have been out by this time. I'm not entirely sure. But I realized she had a problem. So after that incident, things were just kind of, you know, they were kind of here and there. And basically what happened, and here we are at the climax of the story. I remember, I'll never forget it. It was a little bit before Halloween of 2010. And I went to her and I said, hey, we need this for the house. Could you go to the store and go get it and bring it back to the house? So she went to the store. She went to the store and she came back. And she goes, she's back. She came back empty-handed. I said, where's the stuff at? She goes and says, oh, well, something's wrong. Something's wrong. I gotta fix something. I said, what are you talking about? What's wrong? She shows me a receipt, like an ATM receipt. And turns out we are $700 in the red. Negative $700. And my mind blew. And I said, hey, why not just write another check or whatever from, you know, your inheritance. Just write another check so it can clear and we'll figure this out. She says, there's no more money. I said, what you talking about? She said, there's no more money. I said, what do you, I said, you can't, that can't be right. In January of this year, you had 110 to your name. And you're telling me that in October, so 10 months later, we don't have a cent? Like, you don't have any money? It's all gone. It's all gone. And let me tell you something. The truck she bought me, the car she bought me, a few game consoles, there was nothing to show for it. There was nothing. Some buckle jeans. Some I guess TV. But after that, man, there's nothing else to show for it. So I had to ask her. I said, "What happened? Why is the account? Why is the account $700 in the red?" And she goes and says that I bought you a gift. Yeah, she says I bought you a gift, and I didn't want you to figure out what the gift was, so I changed the password to our bank account. Yeah, because I wasn't able. We had a joint bank account 4 times, and this is the person I choose to have a joint bank account with. Whatever. So you have this joint bank account. She changes the stuff. This is where my direct deposit is going. The only thing I can get from this this bank account is deposit slips. All right, it's a mess. I said we're in trouble. I was like, okay, whatever. You got me something for my birthday. My birthday is in November, so it was only like literally a week from when we found out about the situation. So I'm like, okay, I'll let it go. My birthday comes, no gift. There's no gift to be found. Oh, it's still coming. Don't worry. I'm like, all right, okay, cool, all right. So the next week passes. There's still no gift. I said, where's the gift? Where's the gift at? I'm looking for the gift. The gift. She said, oh, I don't know. I said, okay. Because when I did get paid eventually on the first, we only had $200. I had to go to my grandma and borrow money from her. I had to borrow money from a coworker just to get some of like our stuff that wasn't taken care of from the military paid. It was a mess. So I go to work. I go to work, and I remember this. I go to work, and I'm talking to my coworkers about it, and they were like, "You need to confront her. You need to figure out what's happening." All the while, you know what? You know what else is ridiculous? Our World of Warcraft accounts were still on. I paid $700 in red, but our subscription fee's still going. Like, what the heck? So they said you need to come up. You need to confront her. You need to figure out what's going on with your money before you get in trouble. Okay. So I said, okay, fine. I'll go in, and she's gonna open this account. So I came home. I'm 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 pretending to be mad, like madder than I was, because I'm still it's still I still have a little bit of compassion. I'm like, maybe this gift is just late, but I'm like, hey, I go to her. I say, hey, you go open up this Navy Federal account right now. You go open up this online banking, and you gonna let me see what the heck is going on. You gonna let me see. So, excuse me. Here, let me drink something real quick. Okay. So you gonna open this up? She goes, oh. I said, no, you are opening up, and she starts getting upset. I was like, this is madness. What are you upset about? Just open it up, you know. So she starts crying, and I was like, oh, there's something wrong. There's something very, very, very wrong. And she goes to open up the account, and I trace it back. You know, the money stabilized by this time, because it's almost. I think the 15th had hit November. It was an ugly 3 weeks. Okay. So I'm going, and I start searching. She just storms out of the room, whatever. So I go, and I'm searching it up, and I'll never forget it. I seen I scroll down to right around when the GIF was supposed to be, you know, purchased or whatever, and I see a charge for Travelocity. I see a charge for Travelocity. It was $462. I remember the amount to this day. So I go to her. And I said, "What is this?" Like, "Oh, that's for you." I was like, "No, it's not for me. This stuff has to be planned out way ahead of time. You're lying to me. What is this about?" She goes and says, "Oh, I wanted to go visit my brother who was in Georgia at the time." So I said, "Okay, well," I was like, "Okay, why did you just tell me this?" "Because I thought you'd be mad or whatever." Granted, okay, I'm I think I just turned 20 at this time. Okay, I just turned 20, so I'm still mighty stupid. All right, I'm still really stupid, kind of stupid, kind of stupid to the thing. So, "Oh, I'm gonna go see my brother." I'm like, "You ain't about to go see no brother." All right. A week goes by, and I went up to her because I didn't feel good about it. I said, "You're lying to me. You're lying to me, and I know you're lying to me. You've double lied to me. Like, you've lied to me twice to me about this situation." Okay. She goes, "I know. I was going to go see my friend. I was going to go see old girl." I was like, I can't remember her name. Whatever. I was going to say the name anyway. Um, I was going to go see old girl. And I said, "So you lied to me about getting me a gift. You lied to me about getting, you lied to me about getting a gift. You lied to me about going to see your brother. And now you're telling me that you're going to go see your best friend in Georgia with this plane ticket." I was like, "You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me." So it was about a couple of days after that I woke up and I said, "I'm done." I said, "I'm done. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm finished. I'm done." So I'll never forget it. I came home and I told her, I say, "Hey, you can take you can take your lizard." She had a lizard in the house in a tank or whatever. I don't play it. She had a lizard. I said, "You can take your lizard or whatever, pack everything up." That's how stupid. This how goofy I was. I was like, "I want you to take your lizard. I want you. I'm gonna go to GameStop. All right, I'm gonna go to GameStop. I'll be back in 30 minutes. After that 30 minutes, when I come back to this house, you better be gone. You better be gone. You better be gone." I gave her $200 because I'm a nice guy. I gave her $200. I said, you gotta get out. You gotta get out of here because you done lied to me for a third time about this money. I'm not doing it. I'm done. I ain't one of those. I'm not one of those girls that just loves the bad guy. I ain't got time for that mess. You gotta go. See ya. So that's what she did. I went to GameStop. I went to GameStop, traded in something, came back. She was gone. She had my ballistic plates. She had my ballistic plates in her car, but but she was gone. And that was it. She was gone, just like that. And I said, it. I felt empowered. I felt empowered. I was like, man, I held down the law. What I said is what I meant, but I still didn't have closure. Okay, I needed closure on the subject. It still made me really sad because I still didn't have any closure on the subject. I needed to figure it out. So I get on the phone with Travelocity, and for whatever reason, Travelocity. No, I got on the phone with Navy Federal, who my account was with. I got on the phone with Navy Federal, and they said, "Hey, we don't have enough information on this, but here's what we do have. You need to call Travelocity with what I just gave you. That way, you can figure out what this transaction was for." So that's what I did. I'll never forget it. I called Travelocity, and Travelocity tells me that this girl had purchased a plane ticket round trip, okay? Round trip from Omaha, Nebraska, where we were staying, to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and then back to Omaha, Nebraska. So I'm sitting there on the phone, and I say thank you. I say thank you and stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, like, Fort Lauderdale? Fort Lauderdale? And I start putting together the pieces. And I also go and I talk. Of course, we had supplemental conversations after that. And I asked her, I said, where were you going? What were you going to Fort Lauderdale for? He's like, well, I was going to go see a guy. I said, what guy did you meet in Fort Lauderdale? She's like, I met him in a game. I said, what game? She said, World of Warcraft. I died inside a little bit. I was like, everything that had been happening the previous few months made all the sense in the world. It made all the sense in the world. Everything that was going on. It was incredible. Like, whoever she had met on this game, that was the reason why she wasn't coming to bed. That was the reason why she was changing all of a sudden. Because she was very persistent, and then all of a sudden she said, whatever, respect to you. Do whatever you wanted to do, but you could have handled it another way. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, I'm playing this game that I really enjoy. And you over here talking about how you gonna have sex with Night Elf Warrior. World of Warcraft. Like, World of Warcraft, guys. I mean it's a great game, but man, I mean, geez, it was better than me, man. Did I tell you? Ever since then, dude, I ain't been able to play World of Warcraft straight since, dude. I ain't been able to play World of Warcraft straight since. I get on World of Warcraft, man. I got on there for Legion. And played a little bit, dude. It just wasn't the same, dude. It just wasn't the same. It just wasn't the same at all. But some stuff I found out the truth, which is what I wanted to find out. And I made the right decision by kicking her out. But yeah, I was separated because she decided to have an affair with some guy that she had I guess I guess she just whispered somebody on trade chat or something or whatever for I don't know. It blows my mind, but it's funny to think about, and I laugh at myself about it too, because I had multiple chances to take care of this situation. I had multiple chances, but I didn't take care of it. I didn't take care of it. So I got cheated. Not in real life. I got cheated on World of Warcraft. So if you're woman playing that game, dude, she gonna get off of it, dude. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. Don't be acting funny then. You know what's going on. So, but yeah, after that, she hit me with this stuff. She talking about some, oh, I'm pregnant or whatever. I need money for an abortion. I was like, it ain't my baby. Your baby digital. You got digital baby. You ain't got my baby. Your baby digital. Your baby made it. Your baby made it 1 to 0. Your baby binary. Cause it ain't my baby. We can go to Mario on that. We can go to Mario. It's not like I don't care what kind of kids that your kid. And then I actually saw a picture of her not too long ago. She has 2 like maximum white kids. I was like, I knew. I knew. You ain't gonna get me. So, and then it's just so she went on by her business or whatever. And like one of the last conversations I had with her, she talking about some, oh, it was just because we weren't compatible. I said, just because I play Horde and you play Alliance don't mean we incompatible, but whatever. World of Warcraft, dude. Better watch your spouse, dude. I'm telling you. It happened to me. It happened to anybody. So yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot to tell you. I've been talking here for about I've been talking for over an hour. So it won't be too edited, but yeah, Lanier and Sons. We try to put on funny stuff and whatever. We think we're funny. We hope you think we're funny too. And I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, like us, subscribe to it, hit that like button. So subscribe to us and stuff. We were always putting on some goofy stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay woke. Be careful.